Hi everyone, it's great to see you again. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Bill Benoist and I'm all about embracing retirement with purpose, passion, and new beginnings. And in today's video, I want to talk about an assessment that I think can be very valuable for people like us that are in retirement. And this assessment, it's called the Holmes-Ray Stress Test. And the bottom line is that when we leave corporate America, we're not just leaving our stress behind. We have different kinds of stresses when we go into retirement. And you also have to remember, stress doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It could be good stress as well. But all stress can play havoc on our bodies. And I think it's really important that as we get to this age, that we become aware of what's happening with our body, because the more aware we become, the better we are able to essentially stop anything that could be happening to us at a future time. So, some of the things that stress could really affect is our heart health. I mean, stress raises the blood pressure, it, increases our heart rate, it increases the risk of heart attacks, strokes. Mental health, it can increase, our risk of depression, anxiety, and even memory issues. If you're anything like me, I mean, you don't need anything else really adding to memory issues. Sleep problems, it could cause a lot of sleepless nights, anxiety, just not allowing you to sleep. Weakened immune system, I mean, you're now going to be a lot more susceptible to common colds or the flu, maybe COVID out there, just different things. Digestive issues, IBS, heartburn, stomach issues, and even chronic illness flare-ups, diabetes flare-ups, arthritis flare-ups. I mean, that's something I think a lot of us are dealing with as well. And again, what the Holmes-Ray stress test does is it looks at 43 life events, and there is a numerical value associated with each one of these events. And you essentially go through it. It just takes about 8 or 10 minutes. And you just check each one that you have, and then you'll go ahead and add up your score. And if the score is falling in a certain range there, it's going to let you know, it's like, well, you're typical as far as the next 1 year, as far as, illnesses. If you have this other score, you're at an increased risk within the 1 year. And if you have this one other score, you're at a severe risk. I mean, it can be an eye-opener. And, some of the risks that I think are associated when we go into retirement, and these can be telltale signs for you as well. Feeling tired all the time. I mean, if you're just, laying around on the sofa or the recliner and all you're doing is watching Netflix, you could be under some stress and you're not even really aware of that. Getting sick more often. I talked about your lowering immune system. Trouble concentrating or remembering things. Talked about the whole memory issue there. Losing interest in things that once you enjoyed. I mean, it could be fishing or bowling or golf. I'm not really talking so much as a hobby, but just things that you really kind of enjoyed, but you just don't want to do it anymore. Feeling isolated or withdrawn. I mean, I think that's also going to this whole, depression thing. And sudden changes in sleep or appetite. These are all things that I believe are telltale signs that could be stress related. And let's say that you take this Holmes-Ray stress test and you fall into a moderate or even a severe risk of something happening in the next year. The good thing about stress is you can manage it. There are ways to manage it. And probably the number one way to manage it is to start a meditation practice. I mean, I've talked about meditation practices before. One of the things that I have found, and I've been, meditating, it's non-negotiable for me. I mean, for years I've been meditating, and you only need 10, 15 minutes of, your time to do this on a daily basis. But It not only reduces the risk, I think it also helps your resilience. It helps you to be able to bounce back quicker when, something, you know, that could be difficult happens in your life. I don't want to say the word tragic, but it does help you bounce back a little bit quicker. It gives you that resilience. So outside of meditation, get moving. I've talked about this before. Start walking. I got a video. I'm going to put a link to it in the upper right-hand corner. I want you to watch it because walking 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day, 60 minutes a day. I have this broken down as to the percentages of how each amount of time will really make a difference. Prioritize your sleep. That's really important. So you need to set a a regular time that you're going to go to bed, whether it's, a Tuesday night or a Saturday night, that is, and a regular time that you're going to wake up every day. That's really going to help you. Stay connected. This is also something important that it really leads to, a happy retirement. You need to have that social network out there. Write it out. I've talked about doing a morning journal. I'm, someone that likes to do that. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. I do 3 pages of morning journaling every single day, but just writing out your thoughts can help. Do something creative. I mean, for me, it's photography. For you, it could be painting or a musical instrument. Let me ask you this. I know that when I was 10, 13 years old, I had guitar lessons. My daughters, she did violin in school. And a lot of us did some kind of musical instrument. And maybe you might have a desire to pick that back up. You don't have to be perfect or anything, but it's kind of fun to practice it. Think about where you'd be in 10 years. I mean, you could be giving Jimmy Page and Run for His Money. Okay, so you have to be a baby boomer or a Gen Xer to know that statement. Finally, just know your limits. Know what is going to be too much to take on. You have that Holmes-Ray Stress Test, and it will give you a value. And at that point, you know that maybe this is not the time to be thinking about moving to a new city or whatever it is. Anyway, check out the test. I hope you found this video informative and useful. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification. That way you're not going to miss any videos moving forward, as I do upload new videos every week, and I'd hate for you to miss one. Thanks again for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.